All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks, everybody who took a break from the CMEs to join us tonight on this Wednesday night Plexus Opportunity Call. My name is Chris Pike. I'm the Marketing Communications Manager here at Plexus Home Office. We've got a great call lined up for you tonight, and a bit of a special call, too, which we'll tell you more about later. Our host tonight is Diamond Ambassador Sheila Medina, who's going to host tonight's call and guide us through it. Sheila, I'm going to turn it over to you now.
Well, thank you, Chris, and happy November to everyone. Here we are already in November. Wow, this year is just going by so quickly, and I think it's because there's just so much excitement going on in Plexus. So we're excited that you're on the call tonight. Again, my name is Sheila Medina, Diamond Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, a company that's committed to breast health, healthy weight loss, and pain relief. We're going to do a really quick and brief overview of our products first, and then we have some great testimonies lined up at the end. So let's get started. First, we have our Breast Check Kit. This is our self-breast examination kit that gives your fingers sensory touch magnification, which greatly improves the effectiveness of a breast self-exam. Secondly, we have our Plexus Body Cream. Now, this cream detoxifies and revitalizes, helping to remove age-advancing toxins and impurities from the skin for both men and women. And then our next category is our healthy weight loss with our featured products, which are Plexus Slim and Plexus Slim Accelerator Plus. Plexus Slim is the all-natural way to lose weight in inches by burning fat, not muscle. Slim also helps keep your blood sugars, cholesterol, and lipids at a very healthy level. In addition, Slim helps reduce binge eating and increases your willpower over food. Just once a day, you simply pour your Slim packet into a bottle or glass of water, drink and enjoy the delightful cherry pomegranate flavoring. Now, for those of you that need a little extra help, we have our Plexus Slim Accelerator Plus, and it has ingredients that helps the body turn up its food processing speed and encourages it not to react as dramatically to glucose, or what we also call blood sugar. When that happens, less is stored as fat, and your body won't be apt to demand more food to feel better, so you won't be as hungry. You simply take the capsule with one stick of our Plexus Slim about 30 minutes after breakfast, and the combination of the two, the Plexus Slim and our Plexus Slim Accelerator Plus, work together to help you lose weight fast and easy. Now, Plexus also offers some support products to help you with your Plexus weight loss program. We have our Plexus BioCleanse. This product actually helps oxygenate the entire body. It also detoxifies and cleanses your digestive tract. Secondly, we have our ProBio 5, and our product helps support the breaking down of hostile organisms that negatively impact your health. Our ProBio 5 will give you relief from typical candida symptoms as well. Then we have our Plexus 96. This is our protein meal on the go with only 96 calories. Plexus 96 contains more than 20 vitamins and minerals. It's delicious and very, very easy to use. Now, our last category, of course, is our fast pain relief. We have a two-step system for that. First, it's our cream. It's for fast temporary relief of inflammation and helps the body to reduce pain quickly, safely, and effectively. Simply rub the cream on the area that's giving you pain, and within minutes you'll have a temporary relief of what you're looking for. Now, our fast relief capsules is to reduce the pain caused by inflammation on a long-term basis. You'll notice that the pain becomes less and less. Both our fast relief cream and our capsules contain Adderall, which is a shellfish extract. Now, we also have our Plexus Fast Relief Nerve Health Support, and this product actually promotes the regeneration of damaged nerve tissue and may also reduce or even eliminate the associated symptoms of pain. Last but not least, we have our Plexus X Factor with Aloe. This is our turbocharged multivitamin. Only Plexus offers this unique patented aloe formula. This form of aloe will help build immunity, soothe your digestive tract, and assist in vitamin absorption, which is just so important when you're taking these products. Of course, this has really been just a really quick, brief and overview of our products. Please go to your website or ask the ambassador invited you on this call for more information. Now, here in Plexus, we believe real people with real results. So now for our personal product testimonies, we have with us Nikki, and Nikki has an amazing story that she wants to share with us tonight. So, Nikki, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from, and quickly give us your Plexus journey so far.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I want to tell you thank you, Ms. Sheila. Thank you to Ms. Sonia and Ms. Linda for allowing me the opportunity to give my testimony tonight. I'm calling from Erin, Tennessee tonight. And Jeremy's my husband, we've lost a total of 112 pounds since April.
Woo.
So we're really excited about Plexus. Yes, it's been a huge blessing in our lives. How we've even begun and it come into our life, I was laying in the bed, and I was really crying out to God, and I said, Lord, I need help right now. You know, your yoke is easy and your burden is light. And I said, God, right now this weight is literally a burden around my neck. It's a weight on me. And, God, I need help. I can't do this on my own. And a few days later, Pastor Linda, she didn't even realize it, but she was being led by the Lord to put me on some testimonial pages for Plexus. And I began to read the testimonies. And I read them to my husband, and he got excited, and he said, well, I think we need to do this. And I hem-hauled around and decided, okay, fine. And I went, and the whole reason I did it, I was so skeptical. How could Plexus be this easy? How could this possibly work? So I did it just because I wanted him off my back, to be honest with you. And I'm so glad I did. And when we did that, Jeremy, I said, okay. Well, the first week I said, all right, if this is going to work, then it's going to have to work in our lifestyle. So the first week we ended up going to the buffet for 3 days of the first week. I ended up, and I don't recommend that for anybody, but I ended up losing 1.5 inches off my chest, 1.5 inches off my hips, and 1 inch in my belly, and lost weight that first week. So I was so excited about it. And in doing that, we started getting so much energy that we started walking. And so I'm so excited that we ended up walking our first 5K this weekend. We walked 5K in Nashville, Tennessee. So it was only because of Plexus. Jeremy's lost 66 pounds, and I've lost 46 pounds. So we set a new goal, so we're going to run one in the spring. And Plexus is, if it wasn't for Plexus, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now just because of the health aspect. There's no way I could have walked even a mile in the very beginning. Doctors tried to say that I was a diabetic and I wouldn't receive it. And I said, if I lose the weight, I can work. I tried it on my own, and in trying on my own, I failed. And I gained the weight back, and that's where I was when I was laying in that bed crying out to God. And I said, God, this weight literally is a burden that I can't carry. And that's when Plexus come in. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now, and I thank God for it.
Awesome. 15 pounds between the both of them. I got to hear her full story yesterday, and it is an amazing story. She really literally just gave us the Reader Digest form of her testimony, but we want to thank you so much, Nikki, for sharing that, and you're just such a wonderful person, and we just know that Plexus is glad to have you as a part of our organization. So thank you, Nikki, for sharing, and thank you for becoming an ambassador.
No, thank you. Plexus is more than just a lifestyle for me, but it literally is the next step in my life. I tell folks I wish now I would have taken that very first photo. I didn't, because I stood in the mirror and I said, oh, there's too many rolls in this bakery. And then I joke around because I say now, I don't have a bakery anymore. I got the powerhouse for Plexus.
Woohoo! I love it. I love it. Thank you, Nikki. Well, we just have one product testimony tonight, because we have some exciting stuff that we're going to share at the end. So I can give it back to Chris, or we can just go ahead and introduce. What do you want to do, Chris?
Let's jump straight to our business testimonial.
Okay. Well, I am just so thrilled to introduce the next guest speaker that we have tonight for our business testimony, a brand new Emerald Ambassador, Nancy Evans. But Nancy and I have known each other for a long time, so it's just so wonderful to have friends, acquaintances in this business, and then turn out to be really, really close friends. And that's what I consider Nancy to be, a very sincere, close friend of mine. And I'm just so thrilled and excited to introduce her tonight as a brand new Emerald Ambassador, and she's going to share a little bit about her Plexus journey. So I'm going to turn it over to Nancy.
Thank you, Sheila, and thank you for having me on the call tonight. Well, my Plexus journey began when we got the call to come to a Plexus meeting to hear about Plexus products. Now, my husband, Keith, and I were both overweight quite a bit, and he had some health issues because of his weight, and so he was really wanting to go to this meeting. And not so much, but because he did, I was game. And so we get in the car and on the appointed night, and we head to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, to that meeting. And it was hosted by you, Sheila Medina, and Ronnie and Patty Cuevas. And as we were driving over there, I looked at him and I said, "Now, Keith Evans, we're going to this meeting because Patty Cuevas is my friend, but we're not buying anything and we're not selling anything." And he said, "Okay." And so off we go. And we got there that night. It was a great night, a fun night. And at the end of the evening, much to my dismay, he decided to become an ambassador. Well, he was a smart guy. He is a smart guy. He knew that was the cheapest way to get the product, and so he came home. He started taking his Plexus. He started losing weight. He looked great, felt great, and me not so much. I didn't lose any weight. I didn't feel so great, mostly because I wasn't taking the product. You see, I was negative in the beginning because I couldn't believe that one little pink drink a day was going to do what I had battled my whole adult life with, and that was weight. And so I didn't get on board, but when I saw his success, I thought, you know what, I got to do this. And so I did. I started taking the product, and guess what? It worked for me too. I was so excited. I was losing inches and losing weight, and we were just thrilled with our results, but neither one of us really were focused on the business part of it until I came home one night from another function, and he met me at the door, and he said, "You know what? While you've been gone, I've been looking at this Plexus compensation plan, and I think we could really grow a successful business, and I think we could make some money at this." And I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, you know what? You go for it if that's what you want to do. I'm behind you 100%, but I just really don't have time, but you go right ahead." He said, "Okay," and so he did. He started sponsoring a few people. He sponsored me. He sold some product. He got me a few customers, so I had some sales. And lo and behold, the Plexus check showed up with my name on it. And I was so excited I had gotten the Plexus check. Now, mind you, I hadn't done anything to deserve this check, to earn this check, but nevertheless, I had one. So I was so excited, and I opened it up. And, well, let's just say it wasn't a very large amount. And so I handed him the check, and I said, "Okay, honey, you go right ahead and you work this business, but I just don't have time." And he smiled, that sweet, smug little smile of his, and he said, "Okay." And he did. He started growing his business even more. You see, he had figured it out. He knew what a wonderful opportunity Plexus was, and so he grew his business, and the checks came every week, and the checks came every month, and I never opened another one. Shame on me. But what happened was he did, and he opened my checks. He cashed my checks. He spent my money. Still to this day, I don't know what he spent that money on, but it's okay. It's all good. And so one afternoon I came home and for whatever reason checked the mail that day myself, which I usually don't do. And yet again, there were two more checks, one for Keith Evans, one for Nancy Evans. And as I was walking up to my back door and I looked at my check with my negative Nelly mindset, I looked at that check and I thought, wonder what I'm up to now. Thinking surely that it was not much more than it had been a month or two before when I'd gotten that first check. Well, I opened that check up, and it was considerably more. And that check went in my purse. Yes, it did. And so he came home from work, and he said, "You know, that's really strange. My check came, but yours didn't." I said, "Well, yeah, it came." He said, "Well, where is it?" I said, "Well, it's in my purse, you know, because it does have my name on it." And he says, "Well, now you want to know how Plexus works?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I do." And as they say, the rest is history. What I can tell you is that our Plexus business has given us so many blessings, and we have been able to do for our community, our church, and our family things that we could not have done before Plexus. And so in closing tonight, Sheila, I'd just like to say that the two highlights of our Plexus journey that come to mind are when Keith and I both became Senior Ruby ambassadors because we advanced to that level the same month. Keith was able to do something he's never done in his life. Unlike me, he had never had a brand new vehicle. And so when we became Senior Rubies, he was able to go to the dealership and pick out a truck that he wanted and drive it home. And he's very proud of the fact that his Plexus success afforded him that opportunity. And then the second thing that happened to us was when our daughter graduated from high school, we decided to take her and four of her friends to the Sandestin Resort that Plexus had treated us to a leaders retreat at. We had had a wonderful time and knew the girls would too. And so we took them down there. We had adjoining suites. They got massages. They did the beach thing, had a wonderful week. But I have to tell you that the highlight of the week came the very first night because one of the young ladies that we took is a young lady that's had a lot of challenges and difficulties and very few opportunities in her life. And she came into our room that night, and she hugged my neck, and she looked at me, and she said, Miss Nancy, thank you so very much for this trip, because today I saw the beach for the first time in my life. And, y'all, I cannot tell you how I felt at that moment. I mean, there's no way to describe the feeling I had in that moment, to know that because of my Plexus success, I was able to bless someone else's life. And so, Plexus, I thank you for a wonderful business opportunity and for amazing products. Sheila?
Thank you, Nancy. Girlfriend, you just did an amazing job. And, Nancy's quite a savvy businesswoman. Don't let her fool you. And when she got this thing figured out, she knew where she was headed. And so we are thrilled to have her as a leader, because she is an awesome leader. And she looks pretty darn good in the white Lexus, too, I must say. So we're excited to have you in the Emerald Pool. Thank you so much, Nancy. And I'm going to turn it back over to Chris.
Well, thank you, Sheila, and thank you so much, Nancy and Nikki, as well. You guys had two incredible stories that were so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Like Sheila said earlier, anybody who's the first-time caller on tonight's opportunity call, make sure you do get back with the person who invited you. Go to their website, get any questions you have about these products answered. Obviously, the product and business opportunity are both life-changing. Now, speaking of life-changing, I said that tonight was going to be a bit of a special call, which I really do think it is. And what we're going to talk about just briefly here, we've only got a few minutes left. But, Sheila, I just would like to ask you a question. What has your overall experience been in the Plexus conventions that you've attended? I believe you've been at all three. And coming up next year, 2014, we've got our next one in Dallas. If you could just give us kind of an insight on your thoughts on the convention.
Well, we know that leaders are born at events, and every event, when you go back, you see those people that weren't sure where they were going to be the following year, just blooming and becoming the leader that they were meant to be. And so we know that leaders are born at events. But let me tell you about the Plexus conventions. The very first one, we had about 267 people, and we were so excited. Oh, my gosh, we were so excited. And then the next one for 2011, we had about 1,200 people. Now, we were just taken back because we couldn't believe our growth in just 1 year, from year to year. And then, of course, last year we had over 3,000 people, and we were just like dumbfounded. We couldn't believe that many people were there. But here's what we do know. We are just getting started. And you know what? You want to be a part of the largest gathering that Plexus has on a yearly basis. You want to say that, you know what, I remember when. You want to be able to say, oh, my gosh, I was at that 2013 convention, and it turned my life around. Or I heard the most amazing testimony that made a little switch in the way I was thinking. Or maybe someone shared that something with you that you've been waiting to hear. So, yes, there's a lot that happens on stage, but there's a lot that happens out there mingling in the hallways and sitting next to you in the auditorium. And I believe that you will hear exactly what you need to hear at the convention to be just as successful as you want to be. So do not think twice. You just need to figure out how I'm going to get there, what I'm going to do to make sure I can get there, because I will be at convention 2014, right? Yeah. Oh, my gosh, it's 11, 12, 13. That's how it happened. Yeah, we're already thinking 14. We're ahead of the game. So 2011, 2012, 2013, but we haven't seen anything yet. You will be amazed at what's going to happen at Convention 2014. You don't want to miss it. I know I won't miss it, and you don't want to miss it either. Chris?
Well, thank you, Sheila, and a lot of our folks out there that are listening tonight, and I'm sure it's going to spread pretty quickly throughout the Plexus world tonight. We are opening up our first 2,500 registration spots for the 2014 convention. It is available now. If you log into your back office, click on the event registration tab, and go ahead and get yourself registered for next year's convention. The early bird rate is only $79.99 a person. It's an incredible deal for what you're going to get for the entire weekend there. It goes Thursday through Sunday, May 29th through June 1st at the Omni Dallas Hotel, and you're going to not believe this hotel. That is our host hotel. And also, Sheila, another thing, when we announced that we were going to be at the Omni at the Leaders Retreat a couple weekends ago, the Omni, we had almost 1,000 rooms blocked out at the Omni, and they sold out within like less than 36 hours. So we scrambled. We got another hotel. We got the Hyatt, which is right next door. We had 800 rooms there. Those sold out quick too. We've got a third option for you guys now, and we've already got a fourth one lined up too. I'm going to send out an email to all of our ambassadors tonight with all this information. But the Magnolia Hotel in Dallas is our next option, and room rates are at $149 a night. Through that hotel, you can book your room if you've got a pen and a paper handy. Write down the phone number 888-915-1110. Again, I'm going to send out all this information as well as a link to log into your back office to get registered right after I get off the call tonight. So keep an eye on your emails. That's going to do it for our call tonight. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us. Go Plexus, and good night.
Good night, everyone. How exciting. Woohoo!